friends, you're welcome to Queen's Fashion World today with me. I want to especially thank my subscribers. Thank you so very much for your support. God bless you. So today I will be teaching how to cut a pad for your bustier and how to gum it and how to sew it. So I will be doing all of this today. So I have a video on my channel, the method which I use to cut this bustier. So I just finished transferring the pattern to Ankara fabric now. So this is what I have here. You see the back, this is the front. The same way it is, I just cut a hairstyle and I gum it to the center front, to the side, and I have the two sides of the back. I have the center back here, which I also gummed with my hairstyle. So I use hairstyle for the Ankara. Then I have a lining the same way I gummed this one. I also gummed the lining, but the lining now I gum it with a soft gum. They call it soft gum or tissue gum. That's softest one. So I gum the lining everywhere. This is how I prepare my bustier. So this is the center front. I also gum it with the same this thing, soft gum, and the side of the back. So I will keep the back now aside. Where I will be working on now is the bustier. So how to cut the pad now? This is the center front. I always notch the under bust. You see how it is. I always notch under bust whenever I cut bustier. So I will just place it like this. So that place that I notch is the ending part. So I will just place it on the gum stay. This is a gum stay, a strong paper gum. So this gum stay I'm cutting now will be for the lining, while I will bring pad to cut for the Ankara. So let me use the gum first to cut. You place it like this, make sure it's equal here. Then you can cut it first like this. Sometimes just remain small space at this center. Don't cut exactly. See what I'm. It's not up to quarter. Are you seeing now? It's not up to quarter. So how to know where your pad will stop? If you are using a 5 inches depth to cut neck, this will be 5 inches now. So after the 5 inches, that means your pad will still step down. You will give space of 1 inch or 1.5. So this pad will be stopping like a 6.5 here. 6.5. So I will just go ahead and cut this pad up to this 6.5, and I will bend it this way to get my 6.5 here. I turn it this way and I will check like this to make sure it's the 6.5. Then I will cut it out like this. So you see the size of the pad now. This is the center. Then I will fold it again to cut the side like this. I'll bring the side like this, place it like so. Also remember the under bust where we notch, the under bust length. So from this point now, I will place this my front, this my center front pad. This one that I've already cut. I'll place it like this as if I'm sewing it. I see. Then I will mark chalk where the pad will stop, like this. Then I'll cut it out like so, up to where I marked chalk. You also bend it this way and cut it like this. Now you can now turn it this way and curve your pad. How to know the size of this pad? By the side. Now you can place this center. Just make sure the pad is bigger, the side is bigger than the front by 1 inch. So like this size now is okay for this person. So from this point now, you can curve your hand like this. I see now. You just create a round shape like so. Just create the shape of the pad now. So I will notch it. Make sure you notch the upper side. so that when to gum it, you know the side that is to face up. You know the side that is to face up. While the center here, you will always know the upper side, or you can notch it also the center. So I will use this now. This is the gum stain that will be on the lining. While this is the pad, and this gum is the strong gum. This one now is the pad. This is a medium soft. We have the strongest pad in the market, and we have the softest one. We have the medium soft. This one is the medium soft. I love using this one. So I will go ahead and cut the same thing that I have here, the pad and the gum now. This is the front for lining for Ankara. Then this is the pad for the Ankara, also the gum. So how to gum it now? This is the Ankara front, center front. I'll pick my pad like this and place it on that line where I notch the under bust. I like turning it this way. The first place to gum, I like gumming the front first, so that it will not rumple in front. So I first of all gum this side first. I'll first of all gum this side first, the center front. Okay, so after gumming it like this, you trim out the excess. You can now turn it to the back and gum it properly again. Gum it well at the back. Whenever you're cutting a pad, don't allow your pad to get to your neck point. Give a space. This one is turtleneck, that is why the space is big like this. I don't mean it's round neck deep, that is deep. It would have been just 1 inch or 1.5 inch. So the side now, I'll bring the side. Make sure you check the pad, rather the pad has a gum. The side that is shining, you can see the gum. So place the gum to face this side that you gum, the back side. That is the wrong side, to face each other like so. You turn it to the front. First of all, gum in front first. So I will apply the same thing to this other side too. You see, turn it like this also. Finish gumming the pad now. So see the front, rather. See the front. The two side and the lining. And also the center. The center lining. So I will go ahead and join them. There's something I want to show you now. When you're gumming this pad, you see this round side, this place now. Make sure you use this iron to press it, iron it properly, so that the heaviness of the pad will not be showing in front, to not pronounce in front like that. If you watch some other person's clothes, you see the pad showing in front so bold. So you have to iron this round properly so that it will slip and relax well. So I will go ahead now and join the princess cut at the back. So you pick the side and place it like this and join it with just 1/2 inch. So you just sew it like this. So this is the back now. I finished joining it. I will go ahead and apply the same thing to the other side of the back and also the lining, this same way that I joined here. I will go ahead and apply the same thing to it. So this is the bustier now, the center front and the side. So I will pick the side and place it like this. I see now, and join it with the same 1/2 inch. Just follow the curve like that, the bustier curve. Make sure you control the bustier. to get a curve shape. So you see, I just finished joining the bustier now, this side of the bustier. I'll go ahead and notch from the under bust line. I will notch just small. Don't cut the thread, please. Just notch small like this. So if I turn it to the front, see what I have. It's beautiful, so beautiful. I've not ironed it yet, so I will go ahead and apply the same thing to this side and also the lining. Then we'll go to the table to iron it. So I finished joining the bustier and the princess cut. I want to iron the back now. So you open the allowance like this, you iron it, you sprinkle water. If you have a steaming iron, it's better for you. So when you iron the back, you turn it to the front. You also iron the front, the princess cut. Make sure you smooth it properly so that you will have a good finishing. So see what I have here. I finished ironing the lining the same way and the two sides of the back. So you see, and this lining also. So to iron the bustier now, I call this thing breast pusher. I prepare it myself, where I picked pieces and put it together to mold, and also cover it with another cloth. I use needle to, it's a hand needle to do the work. This is what I've been using all these years to iron a bustier. So you open the allowance like this, like so, and use your iron to press it open. So you keep pressing it. So you apply the same thing to this side also. So see what I have here. You can now turn it to the front like this. Push it out in front. And also use the breast pusher to iron it. Now you have to press it out like this. Just set the breast pusher very well and hold it like so. So you must iron it well to smooth this bustier, to make it neat. Iron the second side also like this. Make sure you smooth it. Ironing it now. See how beautiful the bustier is. See the back. See the lining, the same thing. So I will go ahead now and turn the zipper allowance with this lining. This dress will have a turtleneck, so I will not turn the neck. I will just turn the zipper allowance and iron it, close the side. I just finished turning the zipper allowance now. See the way it is. I just turn it with normal 1/2 inch. So I also ironed it. So see the two back now. So I want to join the shoulder now. You bring the front like this and bring one side of the back to join the shoulder like this. This is what I call lining to lining. Are you seeing now? You join the fabric first and you join the lining. So I will join the shoulder now. And bring this side of the back. So I can now bring the lining to this, like this now. So are you seeing now? That is why I call it lining to lining. I hope you understand. You join the lining, you join the Ankara together also. I'm joining the shoulder now for the lining. So see what I have here. I will now bring this other lining also like this and join the shoulder also. So you see what I have now. This is what I call lining to lining. If you turn it to the back, this is what you get. The joining are inside. So you see. Now time to close the body. So you hold it like this to close it now. It's also lining to lining. So this is how you close it. So how to close it now? You place your tape like this, check your measurements. So you mark your measurement. Now the measurement is divided by 2, not by 4 again, because it's now open. We finished joining all the princess cut and bustier. So time to close it, you divide the measurement into 2. Then you check the remaining allowance. Whatever you have, you divide it into 2 again. So this is how we close the bodies. You check your under bust also. You divide the measurement into 2. The remaining allowance you also check and divide it into 2 again. So you measure your half length circumference. You divide it into 2 also. And the remaining allowance you check, you also split it into 2. And this is how you close your body down. Now there is something I normally do. I will check this allowance now. This is 1 1/4, also 1 1/4 here, 1 1/4. This one just entered 1 1/4. There are some that you will not have it the same way. So I will also use that same 1 1/4 this other side. I will apply the same thing to this side also. So I will now apply the same thing to the lining, also the same allowance that I used to join the Ankara. I will also apply the same thing to the lining now. Joining it, so see the allowance both for the Ankara and the lining is inside. So like this is what I call lining to lining, fabric to fabric. So see how it is. Now for me to check my measurements now, what I will do now is to place tape on this zipper allowance side. After turning the zipper allowance, what I will have here for zip again will be 1 inch, because it was 1.5 and I finished turning it, so 1 inch. So have it in mind that the zipper allowance is 1 inch. You place your tape like this and cross it this way, cross it on top of the bust, on top of the bustier like this. Then you measure it till this side. Now whatever you have there, you now know that your zipper allowance is 1 inch this way, 1 inch this way. The dress is now open, so you remove 2 inches for the zipper allowance. You check the remaining allowance. What I have here is 2 inches, so the measurement is still big with 2 inches. This is how to get a perfect measurement with the method that I showed you on this channel, how to take measurements. So this is the way to check your measurement properly. Sorry, that 2 inches, I will turn it back to the inside. I will split it. 2 inches divided by 4. That means I will take away ½ inch from here. And also measure this place the same way. If it's 1 inch, you divide it by 4, just like that, to get a perfect measurement. So now that I've finished checking my measurements now, I will go ahead. You can trim the allowance if it's too big. Then open the side allowance like this and iron it. This is how you make your work to stand out. Also open the lining allowance and iron it also. You see the shoulder allowance is ironed, even the lining. I've also ironed the side, so I can now turn it to the front like this now. So see what I have here. You see how the back is. See how the back is and the front. So you iron the side again. Hold it like this and iron it. So you can now attach whatever you want to attach to the down part. It can be a peplum top, it can be a flare gown, it can be a straight skirt. So this is how I prepare my half-length bustier. This is how I do it. Thank you so very much for watching. See you in my next video. Please like and subscribe to my channel if this is your first time. Thank you.